Do you feel that something is holding you back in life? Don't worry, I got you covered. Today, we are working on our inner demons. So, let's talk about that. If you remember, if you didn't see the video about why I think happiness doesn't exist, go check it. And so, if happiness doesn't exist, how can we live an enjoyable life? A life that, yes, we enjoy living and that we are thriving. This is primarily around this idea of fulfillment. Fulfillment is the idea where every single need that you have are met. But the issue is, if you don't know what those needs are, or if actually you are working on them at all, how can you make sure they are fulfilled? And so this is this idea of completeness. Once every need that you have are fulfilled, you have this feeling of completeness within you, and you're unstoppable. You feel complete. You feel that you can take on any challenge, and so you are ready to take on the world. And so this is that the things that are holding you back are your inner demon, and those demons are some needs that you have in your life that you are actually denying. You don't want to hear about them, you don't want to talk about them, and this is not something you're comfortable with. And the issue is that as long as you are denying them, they are going to stab you in the back every time you are trying to do something. And so the very best way to thrive is to actually face them. This is scary, but you have to do it. You have to take the habit of working on it, even if you don't feel like it. And I would even say, even when you don't feel like it, you need to do it. And so, what are those demons and those needs that we need to do in order to feel complete? They come in different way, but I would think that the most basic needs that can bring the most benefit, because there is other, but the other needs are kind of some derivation of the main one. And so you have on both sides, and those are two coins that are actually working together. And so you have on one side everything that is going to be about order and chaos, where order, it's about you organize things, you do the same thing over and over, you know where you're going, you know what you are doing, and so on. So things are square, let's say. Then the chaos is about the novelty, the new, the things that are popping up, that are exciting your lives, that are making things more enjoyable, and so on. So that's the first aspect. So let's talk about that first. So if you are missing one of those two coins, the issue is, if for instance you are focusing too much on the order thing and not on the chaos thing, you will feel a lack of novelty, a lack of excitement. You will feel a deep boredom, and so on. And so this is what can create deep even though you have everything order and so on, you are moving forward in life, you don't know why, but you feel depressed because everything is just too much under control. You need novelty, and those novelty can come into different aspects. It can come in terms of knowledge or in terms of experiences that you can do, new experience all the time. And so, but on the other side is you are the kind of person that's just taking new information all the time, or doing enjoying some activities all the time, but never take the time to actually focus and do the same thing over and over. This is where your struggle is, because of course, if you're always gathering new information, always experiencing new things and so on, you never take the time to build things. And building things take time, and it takes doing the same thing over and over, organizing them, and so on. So each of us, we are either doing one or the other a little bit too much, and some are even much more extreme on the two side. Yes, because the other side is going to be between your identity and the interaction with people and so on. And so each of us, we either are in balance on this side or on this side. So if you're primarily in balance on this side, it means the difference between order and chaos is the biggest you can have. And so for you, the biggest problem you have in your life is going to be there. But even if you are more balanced on this side, you will still have a part that is more developed than the other. And so this is more subtle, but you can still improve in your life by working on that. And this actually, if you are more balanced, this is going to be easier. The part that is going to be much difficult is when you're extremely unbalanced. So if you are extremely in control of everything all the time and you don't want to do new things and so on, yeah, you are going to struggle because doing new things is complicated for you. And so on the other side, as I said, it's about identity. It's about you. Do you know yourself? Do you know what you want? Are you confident and so on? So this is the first part, your identity, what you want, what you are looking for in life, your reason, that makes sense to you and so on. And the other side is going to be with other people. Or you get along with other people, do you like being around them, discussing and so on and so on. And so if you're in balance, let's say you're too much, you're not enough in your identity. What is going to happen is you are going to build your life around what others want, what others think. You will never take the time to think about what you want, what is truly important for you, what are your reasons, what makes sense to you to do. And so you will move through life living the lives that other people want rather than the life you want. And so that can be very problematic, as you can see. And so this is really important to work on this area, to have your identity truly understand. And so you need to spend time with yourself thinking, okay, what do I want? What are my reasons? What am I looking for in life? And so on. You need to spend a lot of time with that. And on the other side, let's say you're at the top, with your identity, you know exactly what you want to do, your reason and so on, and you don't give a shit about any other people, because this is also that if you're lacking the interaction with other people, it means your identity is so strong that you don't care about other people. But the issue is human beings need to connect with other people. Even though I don't like this saying, it's a little bit true that human beings are social creatures. Yeah, maybe not. Me, I'm really imbalanced with my identity. I'm really into my identity. I know who I am. I know what I'm doing in life and so on. But I tend to not really, do what other people want me to do and so on. And so I get into trouble. So and this is a major issue that I'm working on. And so on. So as I say, this is about the need of connecting with people, getting along and so on, because this is that will allow you to create relationship, friendship, keeping good relation with your family, and find love, and build your own family. And if you're too much into your identity and you're not taking consideration what other people think and what other people want, you will get in trouble. So yeah, so as you can see, you have these two sides, and so what I'm explaining is you can you can go to the Myers-Briggs personality type framework, where actually each cognitive function are linked to those needs. And if you want to go deeper into that, I'm really advise you to go look for the people of objective personality, where they go much deeper and they can help you to find your exact personality type, because the issue is it's very difficult for you to assess your own personality. Even though you can do the test online and so on, the odds are you're going to find the wrong personality for you. And but I would argue you don't need it. You don't need to know your personality, okay? You, compared to those 4 things that I said, but you need to understand in each case what are you doing too much compared to the other things that you are not doing enough. What are you doing too much and not enough? And so you are placing yourself, okay? Me, for instance, I'm too much into my identity, I'm too much into the order and controlling things. So I need to be more balanced and actually get taking more in consideration what other people think, what other people want, and also interacting with them more often, and being willing to actually dealing with them. And on the other side, when it comes to the new idea, new experience, and so on, I need to get out of my way of doing the same thing over and over, and yes, enjoying every aspect that life has to offer, because I tend to just focus on my thing and do it with and disregarding completely my my need of actually doing new things and enjoying life. So I know where I stand, and so you need to know where you stand, and for the because this is difficult to see ourselves. So when it comes to order and chaos, you can see, compared to the person that is the most in control of everything, and that you know, and the person that is the most out of control of everything in your life, how close are you from one to another? And you'll see, okay, no, this is the person that is highly in control. No, I'm not that person. I'm more close to the person that is all over the place all the time. Or maybe this is the other thing. Yes, I'm more like the person that is in control all the time, rather than the person that is just all over the place all the time. On the other side, yeah, the question is, you can compare yourself to other people that are actually, you know, this guy just don't give a shit about any other person, that is just a fucking asshole and so on. He's just focused on himself and don't care about other people. And the other person that is actually extremely people pleasing, that it will do everything every time someone asks for help. Yes, and so on. So you can stand, and that's difficult, because you can be truly in your identity, but still being a little bit balanced with that, and not being an asshole out of it. And so you shouldn't think, oh no, I'm not in my identity, I'm not an asshole and so on. But what are you? This is not about being an asshole. This is about what are you doing most of the time. And someone that is more in his identity, for instance, is going to be focusing more on themselves most of the time, and maybe sometimes they are going to get out of their way in order to help people a few times, from time to time. Me, I like to spend a lot of time alone, thinking about things, and so this is that I spend a lot of time focusing on myself. That's not really selfish, maybe not. It's just I like to spend time alone, outside of other people. And so this is where the imbalance is, where you have generally others that want to be with people, want to be all the time with people, and so they can either help them or not, but they want to be with people all the time. They don't want to be alone. And generally you can see that people that are struggling with their identity, they never want to be alone. They always want to be with other people, because they are scared of actually looking to them and to their identity and see what is going on. So yeah, this is about that. And so as I said, I take my example, and doing this challenge is actually a way for me to interacting with other people. And the reason why I'm doing live stream actually, and even though for now I don't have actually people that are interacting in the chat, is a way for me to get out of my way of being just in my mind thinking about things on my own and so on. And this is a way for me to explain, to discuss, to practice speaking with people. Because with this coronavirus COVID thing, I spent a lot of time alone, which I enjoyed actually. For me, it was a blessing. But also, I realized at that point, okay, I'm losing my ability to discuss with people. I'm losing everything that I have built in order to get social. And if and I know this is a tendency of myself to want to be more alone than to want to be with people. And so this YouTube channel is a way for me to practice spelling out my ideas, explaining things. And so then after I get out of my apartment, when I see my friend, my family, and so on, I am able to hold discussion, to discuss about things and be someone interesting. Because the issue of spending a lot of time in my head is just I spend a lot of time in my head. So then when I need to explain, to talk, I don't know how to do it. So yeah, this is, for me, I know as I said, I'm more unbalanced into this side with my identity of people, rather than on this side with control and chaos. And so I'm more balanced in control and chaos, so I'm still working on it, but that doesn't require me much effort. But on the other side, I'm really unbalanced between me and people. So I'm working actively on this part of my life in order to thrive and really get a life where I'm fulfilled actually. So I hope it helped. I hope you are able to see where you can stand. If you have any question, don't hesitate to leave something in the comment. I will try to help you find what you are missing in those areas. But yeah, so, and also there can be that. I mean, okay, what I wrote is just taking the habit of work of speaking and so on. This is my control thing. Up, I order things and I take action. You know, huh? But yes, I mean, this is that. Just figure out what's your issue, whatever it is, and make it an habit. An habit. Dedicate some time every week, every month to work on that. If you struggle with your identity to spend time alone, have a block of time in your week where you're just focusing on yourself. Nobody around, no new information. You're focusing on yourself. Then, if it's the lack of interaction with people, yes, get out. Try to meet new people and so on. If it's control, if you're struggling with control, that's going to be tough. Not gonna lie. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, if you're struggling, I'm not struggling with it, so that's difficult for me to understand how you can't struggle with control. Yeah, you need to take the time. Also, that's related to take the time for yourself to just think things through, or put one and two together. Doing some stuff that force you to order stuff, like writing a book can be a good example. Making content like I'm doing like this, because this will force you to stop, think about what you want to say, organize the stuff, and then deliver. Creating content can be a good idea. What else can you do is solving puzzle, I mean problems and so on. Some challenges that need to some problem solving ability. That's going to be, I think, really annoying to you, but set aside the time every week to do that, to this is really about, even when you don't feel like it, I know, sorry, when you don't feel like it, you need to do it. And this is that. And there is also a reason you need to understand. I'm doing those videos every day just before going to sleep. So I'm freaking tired. I have not the energy to do it. And I'm doing something that I am absolutely not comfortable with. And this is a way for me to put myself in a state where I absolutely don't feel like it, but I'm doing it anyway. And so this is about that. This is, you put yourself consciously in this situation where you don't feel comfortable, and you get through it in a simple way. I mean, if you are struggling with organizing stuff, do simple puzzle. This will not take much time, but it will force you into this uncomfortable state. And so when you are dealing in life, because all of those things that I'm talking about are things that are going to happen in life. If it's organizing stuff and so on, at some point you will have to organize stuff. This will happen. As the same for chaos and so on. Sometimes chaos stuff happen, and if you are not you don't know how to handle chaos, you will struggle. And so this is the last thing I didn't talk about: chaos, new stuff and so on. So maybe games can be a good idea, where you have no control over the random stuff that can happen. What else? Yeah, try to find situation where things just happen randomly, and you have to handle the unanticipated stuff. You need to put yourself in situation in order to work on chaos. This is really that. This is, yeah, putting yourself in situation where you need to adapt quickly, and you don't have the time to organize stuff and so on. You need to react instantly. That can be a good way also. But yeah, anyway, so put yourself willingly into those situations. This is about working on your deep issue. And when you are getting more comfortable as you practice them, you will see results in your day-to-day life, and you will feel complete, free, and unstoppable, because you will know you can handle every situation. So I hope it helps. Thanks you for watching, and I see you next time.